Hello, everyone. It is I, the Fable of Fables, and this is my dear friend Hamster, my momager. Yee, we're recording even more. We're reacting slash reviewing even more Pokemon starters. This time with Gen 2, a uh, a generation that's not that loved. It had a lot of problems when it first came out, but it's still a good generation. It's just it has its fans, but it's not necessarily that loved in the fandom, sadly.
Hmm.
Which sucks because it did a lot of interesting things. It's just due to the limitations and some things that weren't done properly back then. It just, didn't really do it properly. But hey, it's still good and it's a fan favorite for a lot of folks. Could be better in a lot of senses, and I know that Sun and Soul Heart Gold and Soul Silver did improve on them, but it also kind of made things also confusing. So yeah, we'll see what happens when it happens. Oh goodness. Also, guys, I just wanted to say a thingy. So kind of like what Hamster said before, I also looked this up, but apparently, a lot of the starter Pokemons, especially a lot of the starter Pokemons, kind of follow a specific like a specific formula. Well, it started happening in the later generations, but basically every grass Pokemon is based off a dinosaur, like a prehistoric creature. Every fire is essentially based off the Chinese zodiac, so rat, boar, things like that.
Hmm.
And every water Pokemon is based off an aquatic animal slash weapon, which is kind of silly to say that last part, but it kind of makes sense when you actually look at some of the designs.
Hmm.
But yes, that is essentially the formula they're following, which is kind of funny. I just kind of wonder what are they gonna do if they ever get past if they ever go past the generation 12, because I think there's either 12 to 13 zodiacs depending on what you believe in. I could be wrong. I'm not that well versed, so don't flame me in the comments, please.
There's 12 in trainings usually,
Uh-huh.
but depending in the if you're Vietnamese, the cat actually replaces the mouse.
Okay, yeah, so see.
Because if you know the story, if you don't know, here's the short form. So basically, J Emperor had to raise whichever 12 in order. So like first place, second place, so on and so forth. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you cross the line, you are placed in that order, right?
Right.
So technically, Dragon being able to fly, he's like, oh, I'm gonna win this because I can fly,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And then most of them are land creatures, which they can either be really speedy, like the tiger, horse, and bull, or ox, whichever you want to call it. And then you have the cat and mouse, which is usually not the best for running, but they did a lot of courses usually. When it comes to like the very end, the cat and the mouse were on the boar's back. So the board, like the cat was giving them a ride because the last part was water, and both of them can't swim usually, or swim long, I should say, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the cat, being cat and mouse, they had a fight. So that's why in the Chinese zodiac, the mouse pushes the cat in water, the mouse won. But it's the vice versa in the Vietnamese because they think the cat should have won instead of the mouse.
Okay, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, but yes, like I said, whatever happens after the 12 gen, because I know Nintendo and Game Freak want to keep this money train rolling forever, even though they've kind of run out of ideas, but I'm pretty sure that'll piss off somebody in the fandom, but you do you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just hope if it ever does end, it ends on a good note, not a bad note. But we'll see what
Mm-hmm.
happens. Anyway, back to the point at hand. This time we're looking at Chikorita. She is adorable. She's just a little dinosaur looking guy.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, and Chikorita is one of those characters, like one of the reasons I want starters to, if they're primarily female looking, or at least like have a lot of feminine traits. I kind of wish that the team would make it so that the female to male spawn rate was shifted. I know it sounds kind of a bit
Mm-hmm.
controversial for some people, but literally some of the later ones look primarily more female, but the rate you can get either male or female is literally 50-50. So I just kind of wish it was a bit more fair, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just me. But yeah, Chikorita's adorable. And sadly, for some reason, the fandom hates this one. Oh, I know why. Because Chikorita's final evolution is not really that strong when it comes to like competitive scene, and I'm just like,
Mm.
it's just like, guys, not everything has to do with the competitive scene, but I've talked about that in literally the last video, and I'm probably gonna keep talking about that forever. I'm gonna be honest. So hope you guys don't get tired, and if you do, I'm not sorry. But yes, Chikorita is in fact an adorable creature, and I do know a lot of people love it. I just kind of wish it would bit more love. But then again, the Gen 2 starters, as I've said earlier, are in a weird place. They do get a lot of love, but only by certain people. For the majority of the fandom, they much prefer everyone else. And and just about in every generation, there is that one Pokemon that's kind of the outlier, because a lot of people love the other two starters more than the one. And sadly, Chikorita is that one in this generation, which is really sad actually. That's in the initiative. In the initiative, are we playing D&D? We're playing D&D. I don't know why I said that. Next in the order, Cyndaquil. Oh my lord. Cyndaquil is a cutie. Also, apparently, it's supposed to be based off the rat in the Zodiac, and it's like,
That's
okay,
not a rat. That's more like a hedgehog.
yeah, it's a literal hedgehog.
Kind of
Yes,
like hedgehog-ish.
yes, it's
I'd say.
yeah, it looks like a hedgehog because of the fiery quills on its back. But apparently, and I could be wrong, I think this is their entry for the rat in the Zodiac, and it's like, guys, we're really stretching it here.
That's not a rat.
Yeah,
As the CBC, as the Canadian Marines, no.
yeah, no, it's not, but I could be wrong. We'll probably do some research after this video, but literally, I don't see it. I don't see it. But yes, apparently it may be considered the rat in the Zodiac, and it's like, I don't think hedgehogs are rodents, though, or even part of the rodent family, so this is a bit of a stretch.
I mean, they are. They are. They are part of the rodent family, yes.
So maybe they wanted to go with that. I don't know. That still doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Cyndaquil's adorable. Also, as I mentioned before in the first video, each one of these starters, I believe, I don't actually know if they have they have a second typing as they evolve, but I do know they start off simple. That's just like the Gen 1, basically
Mm-hmm.
one typing. And the next in the order, Totodile, everyone's favorite little creature that becomes super scary
Crocodile.
looking. Yes, it is a crocodile. Or an alligator.
Crocodile.
I don't know. I know it's one or the other, and I know.
Comment down below which one it is.
Yes, please do actually comment down which one it is, because I'm pretty sure it's like literally one or the maybe a bit of both, which is confusing the poop out of people. But yes, Totodile is adorable. I remember when I was a kid and I played Gen 2, I did want Totodile, but then when I saw what it turned into, I got scared. I was like, my baby, my cute little head empty boy became a meanie. What is this even? I'm so serious. I hate it. I hate its final evolution. It's so scary, but I know people love it. I'm like, that's fine, but like, why? Why do you hurt me so? Alright, next one. Friggin' Bayleaf, I believe. To be honest, guys, I'm probably gonna
Bay
mispronounce.
leaf. Bay leaf.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna mispronounce the name, so feel free to be mean. I'll try. But yeah,
No cry.
see, this is a really cute Pokemon as well. I think it's really cute. Freaking
Mm-hmm.
Bayleaf is adorable. Like I said, its names literally kind of make you think that that a lot of the species is primarily female, but they're not. Which is fine, and it's just silly. But yes, Bayleaf here is adorable. I love its design.
Adorable.
I like Pokemon mostly for a lot of the designs, even though
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are like, I like them because of the stats, and I'm just like, that's fine too. But
It
we all
reminds
things.
me of my favorite long-necked dinosaur.
Yee. It does actually look like a giant long necked dinosaur. Which is funny because we did another one like that in Gen 3.
It's my baby.
It is. Alright, here it is. Freaking Quilava, I believe. Again, I'm gonna mispronounce these names, so
I think it's cool. Goodbye, brain.
goodbye.
Goodbye, brain.
Oh no, not goodbye, brain.
Goodbye, brain.
Oh my god. But yes, Quilava. Quilava is kind of more interesting, but also I still don't understand why this is supposed to be based off a rodent, because it looks like looks nothing like the rodent to me, but whatever.
Ferret, maybe?
Maybe a ferret, yeah. I can kind of see that. Anyway, yes, Quilava, I know a lot of people love this evolutionary line, but mostly because ever since we got the Hisuian very regional types, everyone also loves the final evolution as well. But also because apparently someone at Game Freak decided to be like, hey, I'm gonna write a weird fan fiction and that's gonna break the internet. It's just like,
Oh no.
yeah, we're not gonna talk
No.
about that because I just
Not
said
the fanfic. Oh no.
that. Yes. Anyway, but yeah, actually, it's kind of funny. I talked about it in the first game, but in the first game, like I said, the middle starters seem to take on like a more teenage edgy vibe kind of thing. So far, freaking Bayleaf seems to be comfortable in their own skin. Quilava seems to be fine, and then there's little alligator who just became a caveman. No, sorry, not Crocmaw. How do you pronounce the name? Crowd is the final machine. This dude, he became a caveman. Like you can't tell me that this isn't like a freaking pelt of. This is supposed to not be like in the shape of a pelt for like how we describe cavemen and all those drawings and all those, freaking thingies we have at the museums. Cause he literally looks like a freaking caveman. He's prehistoric. How did he go from no thoughts head empty to prehistoric? After help, how do we go from no thoughts head empty to prehistoric caveman?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
We wanted more dinosaurs.
we wanted more dinosaurs. Okay, he's prehistoric caveman now.
He's prehistoric demon. No two backs.
Oh my lord. Anyway, I do like the design because I think it's kind of interesting. I like the colors of the blue, the light blue and the yellow. Very nice coloring. But like literally, how do we?
Colors.
Yes. How do we go from no thoughts head empty to caveman? I don't understand.
Caveman. Ooga booga.
Yes, he does look like he'd ooga booga too. It's horrible. And here's this one whose name I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing.
It's my boy!
It's the adorable creature.
He's an adorable being.
Yes, this one is adorable. I really love the design because look, it's so cute. It literally grew a
Yes.
flower around its neck. Problem
It's
is,
adorable.
the problem is, like I said, more the more battle hardened community, the one that prefers the more combat stuff, doesn't like this one because stats wise it's not that good. However,
Listen. This is my favorite dinosaur. You better say, you better like it. You better like this video or else. Or else this dinosaur coming after you.
This is Commander Hamster on, and this is her favorite Pokemon on the Citadel.
Yes. Wait, or else.
I love this Pokemon because I think it's really cute. Design-wise, it's amazing. I love the fact that it has like that it literally grew a beautiful flower around its neck. And the Mega Evolution is also really good, which we'll react to the Mega Evolutions later, because as it stands, we're kind of getting more and more Mega Evolutions for all the starters. We have one for Gen 1, Gen 2, 3. I'm not I'm not sure if 4 or 5 have them yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Waka Waka indeed, Hamster. Actually, I can't wait for Gen 7 to have Mega Evolutions. That'll be freaking funny. Well, to me at least.
Mega.
It'll be funny to me. Remember, guys, if you want Nintendo to actually, make design, stop drawing, because apparently they have a rule that's like, they have a mandate that's just like, don't draw designs that are similar to the fans, because they don't want to pay you guys, because multi-billion-dollar company doesn't want to pay the fans for the rights to their design.
Oh no, how dare not the artists,
Right, they don't actually want to pay the artists who are actually doing a better job than they are. That's right, I said it. Freaking rude.
Dun, dun, dun.
And here it is, Typhlosion, I believe.
Boom.
I don't know what to say. Like, I like the design. I think it's interesting. However, I kind of like Hisuian's version more, because, like, the little souls on his neck. It is an angry boy.
Angry boy.
It has become an angry boy. The thing I do like about it is like, I believe the sprite animation is, even with Cyndaquil, the sprites aren't always up. But this one, but this one as well, because you can see on its back that it has the patterns where the fiery sprites pop up. But this one is just angry boy. They decided to be like, so yes, you know how we're gonna be rebellious teenagers? No, we're gonna be angry adults. Except for the Chikorita line, she's just like, I'm beautiful and I know it. And then this one's just like, no, I'm angry boy now.
Angry boy.
I know it's just the sprite, the freaking art they use, but literally they look so angry. Why? Oh dear. But yes, guys, if you are interested in us reacting to the regional variants as well as the the funny thing is, in the newest Pokemon they have something that's not a regional variant, but more of a split evolution in the timeline kind of thing. Let us know, because that was gonna be a very interesting video. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Feraligatr. I hate him. He's so angry looking. Okay, well, I don't hate him, but like, I just
design-wise, why he has so many pockets and weird shapes?
Yeah, I know. I think they're supposed to be like scales or something, but it does look like little pockets. I don't understand.
It looks like I'm so sorry for this. A heckin' toy. Like, not a Pokemon, but a toy.
It really does, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they decided to freaking make this. I heard someone say that even though it's called Feraligatr, its snout or whatever looks like more like a crocodile's, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what they wanted to do, because you can tell the difference from like the snouts, and I'm just like, I can't tell jack and squat.
I'm Canadian, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not from Florida. I don't know what your swamp puppies look like.
Sorry, I'm Canadian. Sorry about that, bud.
Oh my lord. But yes. Anyway, guys, this is Feraligatr. It is an interesting Pokemon. However, I will be honest, I'm not a fan of the design. I like the colors, and I can see what they're going for. But it's not the best. At least to me, and I know a lot of people do like it. I do know a lot of people like it.
I only tried. For me, I would try every like whatever game I could play at the time. I would try out all the starters once I beat the game. They're really fun, to be honest.
Yes.
I'm sorry, not sorry, giggles.
Oh my goodness. But yes, alright, so that's it for now, everyone. I just will say thank you all for coming. I hope you all enjoy these videos. I know I'm enjoying them.
Mhm.
Some of you did seem to enjoy the first one. I really do hope you guys will do leave some comments to let us know if there's anything else you want us to react to. Because even if it doesn't go well, I still want to do this because I generally love Pokemon. It has a special place in my heart, and I like
Yes,
talking about
same.
designs and stuff. So yeah. Uh, with that, we're gonna probably end the video here. I'm doing a Deltathon. If anyone wants to help me, hopefully get a live chibi model, feel free to do so. For every $25, I'll draw you something, and I'll make sure to link.
Do it.
I'll make sure to post a link to Hapter's channel because she's starting to do reactions herself.
Yippee!
One day she's gonna probably rule us all. We'll either rise under her rule or be doomed by her fist.
Both.
Well, oh damn, both. Okay. Well, you heard it here, guys. She's gonna make sure you rise, and then she's gonna doom you all. So hopefully it'll be a great ride before it all falls to pieces.
Doom.
Yeah. Bye for now, guys.